The ethical dilemma we have chosen is software piracy. For this dilemma, we have decided to talk about the definition of software piracy, the causes of it, which will include the consumers and the industry's perspective, and what the possible solutions are. In short, software piracy has been on the rise since the early 60s. This is due to many reasons, with one being that people find that some software is not worth its asking price and so choose to pirate it. This has gradually raised a culture of pirating, where it almost seems noble to release proprietary software for free to the masses. With the famous websites like the Pirate Bay encouraging these actions, it does not seem like this trend will be dying off in the near future. In addition, possible solutions to software piracy will be discussed as well.
Software piracy is defined as the unauthorized copying of software. Most retail programs are licensed for use at just one computer site or for use by only one user at any time. By buying the software, you become a licensed user rather than an owner. You are allowed to make copies of the program for backup purposes, but it is against the law to distribute copies to friends or colleagues. Software piracy is a major issue in the US and Europe, but it is rampant in the rest of the world where major applications are routinely copied by the thousands for resale. Why do people choose to pirate software? From a consumer's perspective, the simple answer would be because they don't want to pay for it. Anything free would be good, especially when the law against owning pirated software is virtually non-existent for consumers. They would find that there is no actual need to legally purchase software. Another reason would be that they simply cannot afford the software. In some countries, software can cost as much as a month's wage. Thus, people will turn to an alternative method to getting their desired software. In addition, people with an internet access can simply do a search for any software on torrenting sites. This is especially true in countries such as the United States of America, where software piracy runs rampant. Developers view software piracy as a large threat nowadays, as it costs a large sum of money to create their final product. For several years now, developers have maintained that due to a rising trend in software piracy, their sales have been deteriorating. Without this income, developers are not able to hire staff to create another product or a new version of their current software. This then eventually leads to the death of that company. Another issue is that consumers that did not obtain their software through legal means have the expectation that the software work properly and the bugs be ironed out. However, due to the developer not knowing who legally obtained their software, they have to spend time and effort to solve issues that may only plague pirated versions of the software.
An ongoing method to stop piracy that developers and publishers have been using is to sue the distributor of the software. The way they track the perpetrator is to base it on his or her IP address. So far, this has brought little success, as using an IP address to track the person brings about a whole other set of issues, such as reliability of the IP address in identifying the person, or if the owner of the computer was the one who pirated the software. Another method that has seen an increased usage is DRM software. DRM stands for Digital Rights Management, and it comes in many different forms, the most common being an internet connection to verify the validity of the software itself. However, this has proven to be a nuisance to the end user instead. A large wave of complaints have spread over the usage of this method, as it has been known to disrupt the operations of a software and in some cases, declare the customer a pirate.
Offering the customer a discount to attract them is one of the possible ways to encourage the customer to purchase the software. In this case, a customer would be interested in sales, extended packages, clearance, or limited exclusive editions, so that come with the products, for example like ebooks, games, music, films, antivirus, utility, or so on. In fact, the industrial companies have been using this as a solution to reduce software piracy. For example, EB Games usually offers deals for games. They also have a trade and sale feature, which is an excellent idea for customers who are looking for experience to game without paying the price for the new game.
In conclusion, software piracy is not something that will be able to be stopped in the near future. It is up to the developers and publishers to be smart about it and find ways to outsmart the pirate without punishing their customers. perhaps changing the way software is distributed or sold to the customer. Methods such as freeware or freemium have proven to be popular in some cases.